My Euro Yen alert has just gone off. Let's take a look at this market. So we can see Euro Yen here. I'm on the daily time frame. We've been monitoring this market because it's been in an upward trend. We can see we're actually in a bit of a trading range between the 158 handle and the 154 spot 25. And when we broke that range high, it alerted us to some potential opportunities to see the market rally up into the 161 spot 50 level, which was actually a resistance level that formed from the lows back in November of 2023. We were looking for longs here recently, well, say recently, literally last week we were looking at that, and the market rallied up into that key level of resistance. Now price has come back into another level of support. Are we going to see the same things happen with price rallying again, maybe heading back towards the 163, 164s, or is this going to be a deeper retracement and is price going to stay within the bullish channel here? So let's take a quick look at that in a deeper level. Now, the reason why we looked at long opportunities in here in the first place was because the Japanese yen was getting really weak, and that has continued even into this week, despite the fact that actually the Bank of Japan are kind of laying down the roadwork for a potential rate hike this year. Now, obviously, that hasn't come into effect yet, so maybe we're going to see a little bit of yen weakness continue. They did leave rates in the negative, so we could still see that weakness prevail. Now, price has come back into the 160 level. Now, from a technical point of view on trend-based opportunities, if the market makes a new high in an upward trend, typically we would look for that previous high to be an area of support. So we're looking for seeing how price reacts in and around this area. Now, remember, price action isn't everything, so we do have to take this in a wider context of what's going on in that particular market. Obviously, yen, I still feel, could weaken in the very, very short term. In the big picture, it could strengthen significantly, but right now we're not really seeing that, and Euro Yen has come into this level of support. So if we go down into a lower time frame, what would I be looking for here? Well, I'd be looking for some kind of bullish reaction, because that's what we need to see. We need to see buyers stepping in. If no buyers step in at this level and price flushes this level and closes below, then it's going to be no good for us, because price could continue to push down to the next levels of support, which could be this 159.50 area or down to the 158.50. We need to see some buying action coming in here, whether that be via some kind of pin candle, whether it be via some kind of bullish rejection, whatever that may be. You have to see buying coming in first. The reason being is because that's telling us that buyers are starting to think about getting in positions here. Also, people that have been selling from this 161.50 might see this area as a target, and they might start exiting their positions at that point. So unfortunately, we don't have the beauty of volume to help us here in terms of like footprint charts or anything like that. We do obviously can have a little look at some fixed range volume profile on Euro Yen. Now you can imagine there's going to be lots and lots of volume down in this area here, because that is a period of consolidation before price broke out. But you can also see there's a little piece of volume right where we are looking to see if price will start to turn at this area. So you have low volume, large pickup in volume again, which is driven by this sort of price action here. Okay, so I want to see, is price going to hold at this level? Is it going to breach? Is it going to try and test that level as well, that 159.50? I think that if we hold here and we slow down into this level and we start to maybe move a little bit sideways, start to see some buying coming in, then I think that Euro Yen could potentially hold, with the idea of seeing 161 spot 50 again. Caveat on that, we have to wait to see how price reacts. We can't just blindly trade levels. They do not work that way. You have to still have some kind of discretion when looking at these types of markets. Okay, understandably as well, if you're a technical trader, you might be thinking that maybe the move isn't done and that you could see a move down to that bullish trend line, which comes to the 158, where we might see price rally again. That is also a possibility, but 160 is being tested at the minute. Can that hold? If it does, we should see, well, we could see 161.50 again.